They will still come on the pulpit and say, look at this shoe I'm wearing, it's $10,000. And this man of God have the audacity to be saying that this man was not a man of God. I am not surprised. Listen, let me tell you something. I did not come here to mourn Pastor TB Joshua, and I'm sure I will speak the mind of my colleagues as well. We are not here to mourn Pastor Joshua.
Of our Father in the Lord. This is a time for us to unite even more and greater, to go forward. And on behalf of my Queen, the Queen Mother, the entire Masekongoni Kingdom, the Emmanuel TV partners in Malawi, and all viewers connected in Malawi here today, receive my love, receive our love. United we will stand forever. May God's grace, favor, and mercy be with us all. Thank you very much.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, His Royal Majesty King William Mswati Gumani. Please, let's give him a round of applause. I've said over and over and over again that the prophet is a man you can describe as a man sans frontiers. Is a man, is a citizen of the world, and is a man that touched every sector of life. We would like to recognize a few people who represent the biggest film industry in Africa and the third largest in the world.
Giants, that's who we are. Please put your hands together for people from the movie sector, that we have here. When I want to introduce people who are pathfinder in the industry where I find myself, it gives me great pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, this is somebody who, has represented Nigeria in and out of this country, internationally, when it comes to this multiple award-winning actor. Please put your hands together for Femi Branch.
Also want to recognize a living legend. For those old enough to know him, you might not know his name, but you know his sobriquet. Is Baba Ojo Arowo Shafe. Those who know him as Fade Yoloro will know him better. Can I have a round of applause for Baba Fade Yoloro?
Ladies and gentlemen, we still have somebody. They say what a man can do, a woman can do better. Please, if you agree with me on this note, put your hands together before I call the name of this person I want to call. I respect her a lot. I've seen a lot. I've copied a lot from her craft. Please put your hands together for Jumoke George.
I'd also like to welcome my sister, my friend. Like my brother said, what a man can do, a woman can do better. What a woman cannot do, cannot be done.
If you want to clap to that, please.
I'd said I would not say anything funny today because we're celebrating, I'll say it. My wife always said what a man can do, a woman can do better. And on this particular day, we were at Oshodi, sweating profusely. Then I took off my shirt because I was sweating, and she was sweating too. And I said, baby, she said what? I said, what a man can do, a woman can do better. Please take off your own top too. And she refused to. I'd like to welcome my friend, my sister, Ronke Oshodi. A round of applause for her, please.
I told you I don't want to laugh. I told you. But we just have to. And one thing I want to say about they have talked down our industry before now, but thank God we have become the light of Africa. But on a lighter note, sir, I was watching African Magic Yoruba. Angel came down from heaven. The angel get tribal mark. Please put your hands together for Femi Branch.
Chief Femi Branch. He branched to join us today.
It is well. Emmanuel. want to thank you. Okay, I think I need to take this off. I'm sorry. Okay, I want to thank the Church of God for this very rare privilege. The fact that I'm even standing here where the man of God had stood. I'm having all sorts of sensations right now. I don't even know how I'm feeling. But I'm speaking on behalf of my colleagues here, so I'm going to make this very quick and very brief. Please pardon what I'm going to say right now. People that know me know that I always try to say it as it is. I do not mince words. A lot of people have come here and have said some wonderful things about this phenomenal human being. And I feel this needs to be said. The first place that Christians got their name, that name Christians, was in Antioch, if I'm correct. That was where they saw these believers and they said that these ones are Christ-like. That means they are behaving like Christ. That was where that name Christians came from. It was not a nickname, it was not a title. They earned it through service. Amen? All right. Now, knowing a true Christian or a man of God is not rocket science. It's not such a hard thing to do. Because the Bible said concerning Jesus that he went about doing good and healing all those that were oppressed of the devil. Sorry, it's like you didn't hear what I just said. The Bible said Jesus went about doing and healing all those that were oppressed of the devil. Does that remind you of anybody? Can you put your hands together for Father, for Daddy? I said I had to say these things because, you know, some of us just gloss over it. I had to do an Instagram post some weeks back and I had to ask a question after Daddy passed on. Because I was seeing so many comments, I was seeing so many people saying some stupid things. I'm very sorry, I'm a bit emotional right now. And I asked that, was TB Joshua a man of the devil? Because a lot of people were saying that he was not a man of God. And I was like, was he a man of the devil? And I was like, okay, so what exactly did he spend his life doing? Because as far as I'm concerned, if I'm looking at Nigeria right now, I'm sorry. A lot of people are going to get offended with what I'm going to say. I don't care. If we're looking at Nigeria right now, the church in Nigeria, if you tell me to point out one person that is living, practicing ministry like Jesus himself, the template that Jesus himself set, it is not rocket science. I'm not saying it to make anybody feel good. You know the truth. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know already. And I thank God that I'm fine. I'm a member of this house now, praise God. But I'm also speaking as a non-member, if you know what I mean. So I'm not just saying it because I'm a member of the synagogue. I'm saying it because it is the truth. This is I'm sorry, I said something when I saw the video of I think it was Pastor Biara when he came to visit you. And I saw the living room of Daddy. And I was like, this is Pastor TB Joshua's living room. Okay, let me not say what I said after that. But we have men of God who invest all of their resources in building mansions, in buying expensive cars, in dressing in designer clothes, and they will still come on the pulpit and say, look at this shoe I'm wearing, it's $10,000. And these men of God have the audacity to be saying that this man was not a man of God. I am not surprised. Listen, let me tell you something. I did not come here to mourn Pastor TB Joshua, and I speak the mind of my colleagues as well. We are not here to mourn Pastor Joshua. We are here to mourn a nation who did not know the jewels she had within her grasp until she lost it. We are not here to mourn Pastor TB Joshua. We are here to mourn the many that he touched, the many that he supported, the many that he built up spiritually, financially, who turned out to be the ones to tarnish his image. I am not here to mourn Pastor TB Joshua. I am here to mourn the church who could not see beyond their envy and beyond their spite to learn humaneness, humility, true Christianity and true service from this humble man of faith. Those are the people I'm here to mourn. Listen, more importantly, I came here to celebrate and to thank every one of you who are seated here. You guys do not know how blessed, how privileged you were. Listen, the Bible said one thing, that it was after Jesus died and the veil of in the temple covering the Holy of Holies was torn into two. That was when those who had planned to kill him knew the error they had committed, and they said that if they had known, they would not have killed the Lord of glory. It is after the passing of Daddy that all those people, by the time they sit and hear the works that this man has done, will regret and wish they had not criticized and vilified this man of faith. God bless you and God bless the church. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brother Femi Branch. God bless you. Thank you.
Please, if you want to put your hands together for Jesus, celebrate Jesus for the life of Prophet T.B. Joshua. He said something that got to me, that Jesus went about doing good and healing those that are oppressed of the devil.
Everywhere he went.
I remember, sir, I was living in Ikotuegbe many years ago when I came from Warri. I was living here, and as a young man, I came to Lagos to look for a better life, to hustle. I heard there is a church here that is feeding people for free. I called my friend Chike. If we sit down, you're hungry, go kill us. So. You know where the church is? He says it's not far, we can trek it. We trekked from Ostel bus stop, if you're familiar with this area, down to Synagogue here. When I came here, I saw everybody, every tribe, all religions here, seated, and they were giving their food. I was waiting for the man of God to say, don't give these people, they are not Christians, or don't give these people, they are not from my church. Everybody ate. Me, myself, I shop. We had fun. It feel like this is how Christianity should be. This is how church should be. If Jesus was still here with us, this is what he wants us to do. Please celebrate a man of God that does not discriminate.
You see, you started making me nod the way the band was nodding so many years ago. But ladies and gentlemen, we're celebrating a man of God. We're celebrating a prophet, a teacher, a healer. We're celebrating a man that did great and mighty deeds for God Almighty. We're celebrating a father. We're celebrating a mentor. We're celebrating someone who was truly Christ-like. Somebody once said, nobody really dies if remembered. They live in our hearts forever. I pray that you continue to allow the man of God live in your heart. And I pray that you continue to emulate and do that which he did when he was with us, which was doing good.
Doing good.
Doing good.
Doing good.
Doing good.
Tell your neighbor, doing good.
Doing good. Doing good. And fighting the kingdom of darkness.
Sir, before you recognize this dignity, I want to say something. On Saturday, I was at an event. It's a business summit. So the owner of the company saw me and was like, I was even planning to meet man of God, before he's called to glory. But I heard so many things. I said, what? He says, my brother, don't mind what people were saying. And I said something to him. I said, sir, you are a big man, right? He said, yes. I said, I want to tell you this thing. Now, every day, now be big man naming ceremony. People will give you names that does not belong to you every day. Why? Because you are doing well. Why? Because you are successful. Why? Because you are doing the right thing. Where you are wicked, they will call you wicked. Where you are doing good, they will say, who knows what they use the good they do. Please celebrate this great man of God once more, Prophet T.B. Joshua, for all his deed.
My brother Casey, what is it about that letter J?
You know one thing, I said God is particular about names. God is particular about names. And if you want to follow me truly, I will take you through the journey of the Bible a bit. I'm not really a Bible student, but the Bible says after the death of Moses, when God needs somebody to take the children of Israelite to the promised land, he brought Joshua, J. When he needed somebody to save David from the hand of the king, he brought the last born of the king, Jonathan, J. When God needed somebody to have the first political party in the Bible, he brought somebody that owns this party in the Bible, PPP. Pete to Potiphar's house to Prime Minister. Joseph, J. When God needed a man to save the whole world from condemnation, he brought his son Jesus Christ, J. From the father Joseph, J. From the offspring of Jesse, J. When he was to be landed, he landed in a place called Jerusalem, J. When God needed somebody to baptize him, he brought John the Baptist, J. In the river Jordan, J. Everywhere God needed a man to betray him, he brought Judas the Iscariot, J. And when God needed a general in our time to lead his people from bondage, he brought TB, Joshua,
J. So this is why.
Please put your hands together for the man of God.
So this is why I told Casey backstage that henceforth, when he sees me, he should call me Jenga. I'm no longer Benga. Please, what is my name? God be with you.
J. How did J?
Sorry, let's do that again. What's my name?
J.
Thank you, viewers, for watching. If you were blessed, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and endeavor to turn on your notification icon. Remain blessed.